before classes begin tomorrow? I said,
Hey,
I'm
guys.
sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new
So,
student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir.
Sorry, I accidentally went a little
saying,
too far in this.
I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
But this is my Gryffindor play. I accidentally, like I said, I accidentally went a little far. I usually would have.
This should be quite an adventure.
I'm looking forward to it.
I remember the first time I entered the Gryffindor
I won't interrupt
common
this.
room after being
I'll get back to you guys in a minute.
You were a Gryffindor.
I am a Gryffindor. Never could remember the password when I was a girl, however.
Password?
Password?
The password is Grata Domum.
Grata Domum.
You may enter.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Okay. So. Just wait a moment. Wait for all the...
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Cool. So now we're gonna see the Gryffindor common room. But so I started the game as a Slytherin, or I got a great deal of the way through the game as a Slytherin, and then I decided to broadcast a character from each house. So that's why if you're watching this in the playlist, or if you're just finding it, there's no part 1. There's no Gryffindor part 1. I just, because the opening's the same for everybody, so I just played up to the point where the sword and hat sorts you, and then I go from there, and that's. So if you're wondering why it's a different character in part 1, or if you're looking at this wondering where is part 1, yeah, or I mean, I think I'm gonna put it all on the same playlist, but it's a different character. But since the opening is the same, I just didn't bother recording that opening 4 times, because it's just, yeah, I don't know. I didn't want the same exact video 4 times in my channel, I guess. Anyway, getting on with it now. So part 2 is going to end like it always does after we get our wand.
Which way is the common room?
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Gryffindor common room. I mean, it's very nice.
Don't fall off this time.
It's very pleasant.
Revelio.
I don't think any of them are as cool as the Slytherin. I mean, maybe Ravenclaw. I haven't seen that one yet, but. Oh, Gareth, our favorite Gryffindor.
Sure you don't want to try it? Brewed it myself. Hello, you're the new 5th year. Pleased to meet you. I'm Gareth Weasley. Heard about your travels here. Can't believe it. Glad you and Fig are all right. Is it true that someone from the Ministry was with you in the carriage?
Oh, yes. A friend of Professor Fig's.
Oh, didn't mean to pry. Nasty business, dragons. Again, very glad you're here.
Thank you, Gareth. So am I. Are you related to Professor Weasley?
I am. She's my aunt.
You must be able to get away with anything.
The opposite, actually. Aunt Matilda tends to treat me as if I'm a first year, keeps too close an eye on me. It's all a bit suffocating, to be honest. Still, she means well, and she's an incredibly powerful witch. She'll have your back.
Are you having butterbeer for breakfast?
Oh no. I've been perfecting a recipe I came up with over the summer. I'm almost there, based on some reactions that may need a bit more work.
Seems you enjoy brewing. Might I assume that you've a talent for potions of all sorts?
Well, as I see it, there's little difference, fundamentally, between brewing a modification to butterbeer and a Wiggenweld potion. Though, I'm not certain Professor Sharp would make the connection. He doesn't appreciate my, creativity as much as you might think.
Well, it was nice meeting you, Gareth. And thank you for the insights on your aunt.
Pleasure to meet you as well. Good luck today.
She gets bolder every year.
Professor catches her this
Professor could arrive any moment. Nellie'll do anything for a thrill. If I get caught, I shan't
she
offend
is
you.
anyway.
Why is everyone so highly strung? It's perfectly safe. Well, hello. Don't mind me. I find it helpful to change my point of view now and again. Put things in perspective. Once I made it to the top of Gryffindor Tower, from the outside, without a broom.
Goodness.
I'm Nellie, by the way. Nellie Ogspire. I've heard rumors about what happened to you on your way to Hogwarts. Is it true? About the dragon?
It is true, but we handled it very well.
I'll say. I think you've already earned a reputation for fearlessness. Anyway, you've certainly brought some much-needed excitement to Gryffindor. And Hogwarts, for that matter.
What exactly are the rumors about my journey to Hogwarts?
That you escaped a dragon attack? Isn't that enough? Most of us arrive via train or boat, not having just escaped the jaws of a dragon. Of course it's got people talking. Word travels fast at Hogwarts.
I take it you're not afraid of heights?
It's something I've always done, since I was little. My mother once found me on the roof when I was 5. Still has no idea how I got there. But with all the strange hallways and rooms in the castle, and everything lurking in and outside the grounds, you don't need to scale a tower to see something incredible here.
I'd imagine most students have never seen a dragon. Have you?
Goodness, no. And I've never heard of one attacking a carriage like that. Not enough meat in a carriage, I'd think.
I'm sure I'll be seeing you around, either in our common room or when you scale your next tower.
You never know. Bye for now.
Oh, perhaps I should.
Really? Oh. Is she just trying to change the color?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's not a complicated spell. I should be able to do it non-verbally. Why is this not working? Ugh! Oh, hello there. Welcome to Gryffindor. I'm Cressida.
Pleasure to meet you, Cressida.
Splendidly theatrical arrival to the sorting ceremony last evening. Made it in by the skin of your teeth. Is it true that you're Professor Fig's protege?
I'm not sure I'd say that, but I did study with him a little before we arrived.
Blast! I was hoping he might have given you some advice on non-verbal casting.
Is that what you were trying to do just there?
Oh, yes. Having a spot of trouble. I've mastered the charm using its incantation, but this is proving a bit trickier.
A little more practice ought to do it.
I practiced all summer. I can cast spells more complicated than this one without speaking. What's so difficult about this one? I'm just going to keep at it.
Is it really that difficult to cast non-verbally?
Oh, yes. And if you don't get it just right, the results can be, shall we say, awkward. Once, I tried to cast Depulso non-verbally on a goblet in the Great Hall and ended up launching Professor Sharp's Yorkshire pudding into his face. He was not happy.
Do most students know how to cast non-verbally?
Not at all. Hogwarts doesn't teach non-verbal casting until the 6th year. And even then, many struggle with it. I'm simply trying to get ahead of the game.
Well, good luck with it. It was nice to meet you, Cressida.
You as well. Enjoy your first day.
New Gryffindor. Professor Weasley's waiting for you outside the common room.
Ugh. Pruitt.
It all baffles me.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
I've
Can
been
you
dreaming
imagine
of this
having
day for a
a
long
hunch over
time.
like that every
Can't
time you
believe
go
I'm
into the
here.
common room?
Well, you are here.
I
Make
got
the
back
most of
problems.
it.
I couldn't.
You only
I couldn't
have
handle
one
that.
first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a 5th year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up. Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
By the way, guys, this is my favorite hair in the game. Doesn't look as good in this lighting for some reason, but yeah.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend. Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well-trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to defense against dark arts first.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Another adventure, are we?
Come on now. I don't know why the doors just don't open sometimes. Oh, yes, we got one right there. Okay.
Is that all you've got? Yeah.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
Leander Pruitt's my least favorite student in Hogwarts.
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity.
That I've met so far.
Especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Somebody just left when I said that. Some Leander Pruitt fan. It's like, you know what, Jack? Screw your stream. Leander's the man. Maybe he is. Maybe I just haven't seen it yet.
Levioso.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember. So, now, the basic well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be
Lucky. Nothing lucky about it. I know.
Complicates things. It's not your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is just...
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
So, yeah, if I'm not speaking much, it's probably just because this is the third time I've done all of this. And I'm running out of stuff to say. I know I could just repeat myself because odds are people aren't gonna watch it every time, but
Professor Ronan tends
I just don't like to do that.
Some of us don't necessarily want
I just don't want to do that, and then I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna get this. And then I've still got one more time I gotta do all this for the Ravenclaw. Yeah.
That life is behind me, I promise.
I hear the thing, but I don't see the thing. Right. Whatever. Find it later.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone?
I wonder if the
Anyone?
Ravenclaw knows.
Hmm?
Probably not. It's probably exactly the same.
I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Still a great joke.
Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Accio!
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
All right. So my first go with this, I had some
I've always
trouble.
found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery.
My second go,
as
I
I'm
had
sure
two
the
perfect
Quidditch
rounds,
players
so
amongst us would agree.
we'll see. Maybe I can get 3 perfect rounds
So,
this time.
What better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
Right.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres. Excellent control there. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throw... That's it! Splendid!
That one on the left is
Very good.
questionable.
Points
but
to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
sorry, those robes were dusty and dirty and gross, so just had to change right in the middle of class, you know.
Here we go.
Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Very good.
Let us see this.
Ah,
Happens to the
I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay, I gotta knock her off
That is how it's done.
and stay in, so.
Oh, that was an execution.
Tied. Tied.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Watch this.
Oh shoot! I was so focused on that moving block, I didn't even think about my ball. Alright. Alright. Alright, not bad, not bad. Kidding me? What? No. No.
There we go.
Shoot. Oh no. I lost.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
It's the first time I've lost.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier.
Ah, man, I can't believe that. That's why Gryffindors are the worst.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly. I
Gryffindor's
remember
worst
how
house.
I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu.
No offense,
just before my
Gryffindors.
fourth year. My
Since
mother
if you're
received
watching
an
this,
offer
you're
to teach
probably
divination here.
a Gryffindor fan.
Before I knew it, we
But
had left Uganda and
of the
were
four,
halfway
they're
around
my
the
least
world
favorite.
at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
A word, if you would.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After
You know,
my brother learned the summoning
the whole,
charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
That's an interesting argument he made there, that you'd be working on, or that you'd be using it on clothing because it doesn't work on humans. Because we use it on other living things that don't wear clothing. Doesn't always work, but I don't know.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to
Can't
expectation.
find that thing that's
Well, an
tuning again.
outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. one often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
So, I think this is going to be my dark arts build, where I focus on the,
Hello there. You're the new
dark
student,
arts.
aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me.
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
Thank you, but it really wasn't all that challenging.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be a bit overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I find Professor Ronan's lessons a bit more challenging than you do.
Sorry. There's no way to answer that question where she doesn't, I don't know, make me feel bad about the way I said it. So now we get to this, right, okay, did I not? Okay. I thought I didn't, somehow didn't pick up the crossed ones. I've done the crossed ones side quest with every, let's open this. With every house so far, so I figure I'd just always do it, as part of part 2. Part 2, we do the 2 classes, crossed ones.
Revelio.
Stuff we might bump into on the way, and get a wand, and that's what we do. It ends with the wand, Ollivanders. Let's go. Open the door. What is the deal with this? Alright. Sorry.
Glad you could make it. Lucan's just over there.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian vouches for you, that's all I need to know. I coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist either.
Imagine it's quite something to see the two of you duel.
How does crossed ones work exactly?
You show up, I match you with other duelists, and whoever is still standing in the end wins. It's our way of determining the school's greatest duelist once and for all. And to liven things up, the winner is awarded a prize. Interested?
Of course. Dueling's an entertaining pastime.
I agree. Besides, in crossed ones, you could duel with a partner if you like. Your first time I'll pair you with Sebastian. Next time, you'll need to bring a partner along, or duel alone. So, care to step into the ring?
Ready.
Get me in the ring.
Spectacular! Let the fireworks begin!
We'll make you regret signing up.
Oh.
Confringo!
Nice work. Sebastian wasn't wrong about you.
I'm not
There's
sure
strong
Sebastian
competition
should be
ahead,
using
but
Confringo
keep
in
this
a...
up, and you could be the next school champion.
Brilliant. Count me in.
I shall. Now,
Student
it takes
body
time to organize
wizard
these
fight club.
duels, but check with me later. I may have something lined up for you.
But,
Again, congratulations on your first Crossed Wands victory. Well fought. Hope to see you back here again.
Since this is my... my dark arts character. I don't think I'll be keeping the headgear, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna lose the headgear. What's the difference between that and this just doesn't have the swirling skulls on it. I don't hate the mask. This is the other thing that's from the Wizarding World. Kind of like that too, actually. I probably won't keep this outfit, but just playing around. Let's go. I don't know, I think it's the pulsar.
Ravenna.
What is
Lumos.
I'm just gonna mark this so I don't... I think I know where I'm going, but I'm wrong. Don't want to waste time on this stream. This is already going to be probably about an hour and a half, because that's what it was for Hufflepuff. Maybe a little bit less, because I'm not really running into as many
how inconvenient travel
side
was
quests
before.
as I did before.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
The room.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
I'm not sure I have time for extra assignments, Professor.
You shall find the time. You'd be astonished to know just how much you don't know. In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well.
That perfect wand, by the way, according to wizardingworld.com, is a yew-wood with a dragon core, 12.5 inches, and reasonably supple flexibility.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local.
Sorry.
Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
I'm not sure I'll get to Ravenclaw tonight.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. Revelio. Professor.
No, sorry.
This is the right area. Got it. Page must be around here somewhere. Revelio. Brilliant!
I trust the preliminary task.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Which house do you suppose
your
he's from?
wand is a conduit of your magic.
Or do you know?
That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It originally symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
Revelio.
Do this real quick. Gotta reveal this. So for the first one, we've got 11 plus 2 for 13. Which means we need 8. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. And then on the next one, that's I think 5 and 9, so 14. So we need 3 on that. That's up here.
Revelio.
3.
You know, it does help to look at the
Yeah.
There's something in there. I just know it.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at them. Everyone
Yeah,
thinks
so-
I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But
What
it's
is that?
this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough.
Okay.
Do come and find me if you stumble on something elusive.
That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
I really have made a mess of things.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that. And now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use my key to get to those books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Revelio.
This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her.
Today was a good day. That is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. Had to empty my entire cauldron and start all over again. He is such a menace. Thinks he knows everything there is to know about potions, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Arbroath Smokies again tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more partial to them now, although I still prefer meat pie. It's really not terribly incriminating, is it?
Revelio.
In fact, it's boring. Your diary's boring. Wanted something juicy. Oh. Excuse me.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
Sorry if that made you dizzy.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
And you're not who I thought you to be. Based upon your diary, you seem terribly judgmental.
Fine. I shall pay you. But you cannot begin to imagine what I shall be writing about you next. Should never have trusted them.
Well, you know, you shouldn't have been talking trash about my favorite Gryffindor. Gareth, guys. Gareth is my favorite Gryffindor. Right, okay, I'm back in the library. Didn't mean to be... What's that for? This could be a number of things. Alright, we need to get on with it. I gotta get this done. It's getting late. This stream has gone on long enough already. How long is that, though? Yeah, okay, it's already been over an hour.
Well, fancy meeting you here.
Hello, Sebastian.
Ah, my new charge. I'm told you're in dire need of supplies, and I'm to accompany you into Hogsmeade for them. Is this your first foray into the village?
It is. I haven't left the castle since I arrived.
Well, I shall endeavour to be the very best of guides, then. Hogsmeade's a charming little place. Self-contained, too. We should be able to find you everything that you need. Shall we?
We shall, Sebastian Sallow. Still one of my favorite names in this game. Probably my favorite name in this game.
I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to join you today.
As am I. Thank you, by the way.
Of course. You're the only one who's ever bested me in a duel. The way I see it, I'd be wise to keep an eye on you. Speaking of Weasley, she seems to have taken quite a shine to you.
Has she? That's nice to hear.
I'm still surprised that a professor would entrust me with anything. given my detention record.
Spend a lot of time in detention, do you?
Just enough to keep me well-rounded. Speaking of detention, this trip to Hogsmeade might have saved me from one.
Glad I could be of service.
Madam Scribner, the librarian, was on the hunt for me, as is often the case. Professor Weasley came to retrieve me, and I was able to convince old Scribner that I had somewhere to be.
This guy sounds like Alexander
So how did you
Delarge,
manage to get on the librarian's bad side?
Malcolm McDowell, and
Well,
A Clockwork
I
Orange.
suspect it's a matter of differing opinions. She thinks I
The
shouldn't be
movie, not
allowed
the
in the
book.
restricted section, and I, on the other hand, am inclined to disagree. Oh, just one moment. This is an excellent spot to gather lacewing flies. They're pretty to look at. If you stew them long enough, they make a powerful potion.
I already grabbed the lacewing fly, Sebastian. Can we go?
Merlin's beard from the Forbidden Forest. Look!
What's going on?
See for yourself. Quite a sight, isn't it? You certainly don't see that every day.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
Prance, Hoof and Sugarfoot.
Prove
To
it.
the left is the Forbidden Forest. Out of bounds to all students.
Hence the name.
Precisely. They think it's too dangerous. I think they need to have more confidence in our defensive abilities. Ah, you can see Hogsmeade just past those ruins up ahead. Have you had much of a chance to explore the castle?
A little. It's positively enormous.
It is that. I've been there 5 years and barely scratched the surface. Loads to see, places to discover.
Oh, any you'd like to share with the class?
Perhaps one day. I can't go around telling you all my secrets now, can I? You still haven't told me how you became so good at dueling.
Oh, you're just really bad at it.
I've always thought Thestrals pulling a carriage a bit grim. Though I suppose most people don't actually see them at all.
But you can see them.
Unfortunately. But you've seen quite a bit yourself firsthand too. Most notably that dragon attack. Hopefully the rest of your year isn't as eventful. Mr. Moon. He's the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Mr. Sallow. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, look right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did, Mr. Moon?
Guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, and he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Oh, is your sister in Slytherin too?
She is, or rather, she was. She's not well at the moment, but she'll be better soon and back at Hogwarts. Honestly, if one could bottle the magic of this place. I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade.
Rebellion.
We will flock to it like moths to a flame. So how would you like to do this? Weasley told me you had a list of things to get. A wand and some other bits?
Yes, Dittany seeds, some spellcrafts, and some potion recipes.
Perfect. Can't wait to see what you do with the new wand. And a short list gives you plenty of time to poke around the village. I just have to pop into a shop to find something for my sister. Let's meet up in the town circle when you're finished. Remember, have fun. It's Hogsmeade.
Revelio.
An inquiring mind.
Pardon me, sir. I'm here for the spellcrafts Professor Weasley ordered.
Matilda's student. I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
Ah, but you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity, but that is where my spellcrafts come in. Stay the course, and you could soon impress even Professor Weasley.
That's certainly something to aspire to, Mr. Brown. I look forward to that day.
And I, too, seeing it. Spellcrafts are incredibly useful for conjuring unique items like custom pieces of furniture or decoration. But I shall let Professor Weasley do the teaching. For now, let's get the spellcrafts you need. A potting table and a potion station, yes?
I believe so, sir.
Good. Nothing like being able to grow your own ingredients and brew what you want when you want. Let's have a look. Let's look at what we have, shall we? If you're interested, feel free to take a look around at the rest of my inventory.
I should have... Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's go. Wait. Sorry, guys.
Revelio.
Okay, now for the seeds and the potions. I've gone the wrong way. I think, you know, okay, yep.
Welcome to J. Pippin's Potions.
Wait.
Pardon me, sir.
Oh, thank goodness. When I heard the bell, I thought you were Miss Lawang. Not that she deigns to come here.
I still don't know who that is.
I don't believe I've seen your face here before, either.
It's my first time in Hogsmeade, actually.
Is it really? Well, Parry Pippin at your service. And this is J. Pippin's Potions. Potions for all ailments. You'll have read it on the sign, of course, but Grandfather always made me say it in full. How may I help you today?
Professor Weasley sent me to collect some recipes. I'm new at Hogwarts.
You're the student she sent the owl about. I set your things aside immediately. I suspected if you're anything like I was at your age, you'd want your potion supplies. Is it not the most fascinating art of potion making? Rivals anything you can do with a wand, I've always said.
I disagree. Really versatile.
They may not be as showy as spellwork, but make no mistake, they are just as powerful. They can heal, destroy, protect. You'll discover all of this soon enough. As it's your first time in, I should mention that it's not just potion recipes I sell. I also offer ready-made drafts for all manner of uses, and I unveil new ones from time to time. Pop in when you can so you don't miss out on anything. But for now, let's get you those recipes, shall we? What can I do for you today? Feel free to take a look at the rest of my inventory, or come back another time if you're in a rush today.
Yeah, I'm in a rush. I'm really actually in a rush.
Well, hello there.
Pardon me,
Hello.
sir. I'm here for the seeds Professor Weasley arranged for me to collect.
Oh, the detonator
Just
for the
a lot
new
of
fifth
talking
year.
in the beginning of
I
this
take
game.
it that's you then.
A lot.
Merlin's beard. Starting Hogwarts as a fifth year. You must be positively reeling from it all.
Not at all. I'm choosing to see it all as one big adventure.
Well, bravo. Not everyone has the temperament to take things as they come. Name's Timothy Teasdale, by the way, and this is my shop, the Magic Neat. I keep the carts out here because I like a good chat. Can't very well be in the thick of things if I'm hidden away inside now, can I?
I suppose not.
In addition to seeds, I have plenty of plants. Grow everything myself. My speciality is potion ingredients. Even Pippin purchases from me. But what say we get you a packet of Dittany seeds?
Lovely.
Let me guess. You're after something fresh.
Oh, fresh, you think? You think I'm after something fresh? Yeah, sure.
Do have a look around. Plenty of ingredients to pique your
No,
interest,
I don't need them. I don't need them. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Try that again. And now we go to Ollivanders. Finally. Finally headed to get that wand. I've said it before. This is the most magical moment in the life of any young witch or wizard.
Revelio.
Getting your first wand, or first or last, I don't really know if you're supposed to go through multiple wands, but getting your wand for the first time.
I'll be right with... Ah, it's you. Just a moment, please.
Hello, sir. I'm looking for...
For a new wand, yes. It's about time.
Yes, about time.
Well, you're our new fifth-year student, are you not? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you are. Gerbold Ollivander's the name. But of course, you'll have heard of the Ollivanders, I'm sure. Finest wand makers in the world. It's a pleasure to meet you, truly. Now, come with me. Let's find you the perfect wand, shall we? No, not you. Yes. Powerful core. 10.5 inches. You might do.
Not long
Here,
enough.
give this one a try. Well, go ahead, swish.
I do like that one.
How odd. Once more, come on, really swish it. Oh dear. Well, this isn't a good match at all, is it? We'll find you something, not to worry. No, not you. Perhaps. Yes. A rare wood, 13 3/4 inches, dragon heartstring.
No,
Let's
too
give
long.
this one a try. Oh, goodness. Looks like it's back to the shelf for you. This is proving to be trickier than I had anticipated. How perplexing. Where are you? Perhaps you? There you are. Yes, I think you might be the one. Here, take it.
All right. Okay. So it's actually supposed to be...
Curious indeed.
I might go with that shape.
How
Kinda like that
intriguing.
too. I'll just go with the classic, like the, you know, I feel like I'll let that be the part of the game that, so Blackthorn, so yeah, the specs here are for my wand that, that I have through the wizardingworld.com. But, I went and made another
Curious
account,
indeed.
just for this character. And that's a U12.5 Dragon Core.
How intriguing.
Supple flexibility. Reasonably supple.
Curious indeed.
Oh, right there. Reasonably supple. With a Dragon Heartstring core. That's it. I'm thinking that one or
How
that
intriguing.
one. Just because you wood is kind of more like the one that this one's
Curious indeed.
that doesn't look quite you to me. You would. Yeah, it's kind of like that honey brown
How
color.
intriguing.
So maybe we'll give her the stock, although it's not a stock. Is there anything else that has that honey brown color?
Curious indeed.
That's more like pine. That's my wand right there.
How intriguing.
What's that? Honey brown, natural honey brown. So it's that
Curious
one or the
indeed.
stock? Because the other ones don't have that. Dusty pink.
How intriguing.
Can have a pink wand if you want one. Oh, I like that. And that. The classic look is pretty
Curious
cool.
indeed.
But I want the no, I want the honey brown because I think that's the you-iest. The most you. So yeah. You would purchase that. You would purchase that. You would.
Extraordinary. Another wand, another beginning of a bright and magical future.
It's gonna be my favorite material to
Now,
make a wand out of,
how
just
did
because
that
I get
feel?
to say
Good.
you
Different. I sensed a sort of surge of some kind.
A match. Your connection seemed particularly powerful. The right wand will learn from you, just as you learn from it.
I'm eager to try it out.
I would imagine so. A wand with a dragon heartstring core is capable of dazzling magic. And the bond between you and your wand should only grow stronger. Do not be surprised at your new wand's ability to perceive your intentions, particularly in a moment of need.
That sounds wonderful, Mr. Ollivander.
I'll let you get to it. Do come and see me again if ever I can be of further assistance.
Well, that's everything. Better go and find Sebastian.
Why'd you say that out loud? That's weird. Anyway, that's finally after, how long was that? Yeah, about an hour and a half, like I said. Okay, so after an hour and a half, that finally ends this stream, and part 2 of the Gryffindor path of Hogwarts Legacy. So, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again in part 3. So, take care.